second part of the video. Just basically going to go show you the outside now. All these curtains come down. Sun blinds as well as midge nets. I'll turn that off now. Just do a quick walk around of the outside. Nothing much negative to report. The roof on these are a one seal roof, so it's one single piece, so they don't suffer from damp or leaks. You can just about see that lip there on the top of the roof. That is the 2-stage solar panel. It's had a slight, over being fussy, slight little catch, a brush with a tree. This is the cartridge for the Thetford waste toilet. Empty that into your campsite chemical disposal and put your toilet flush in there. All your instructions there. The flue for the heater. That's the flue for the hot water cascade heater. That's where you put your fresh water in. It's testament to the last owner. They've wax oiled all the seams, hence why the bodywork is in such good condition. It sailed through the last MOT, no advisories. I've been underneath, it's absolutely lovely. Even the wheel arches have been wax oiled. And underneath has been wax oiled as well. Same story with the passenger side. All the seams have been wax oiled. It's got the covers there, the foam covers, silver covers. If it's very sunny, if you're lucky enough to be abroad and you don't want the inside overheating, or some people use those for winterization. The cab is just lovely. There's no marks anywhere. It's one of the best 20-year-old vehicles I've seen in a long time. So a recent Halfords heavy duty 480 amp starting battery. All those run marks of the wax oil treatment. It's even had the wax oil right the way down onto the cross member. I've taken some photos with the spur wheel out so you can see the wax oil treatment has been thoroughly done under the cab, on the brake pads and right behind the engine. The last owner, before he set off for Cyprus, serviced it himself with new plugs. I've just had a new service done this morning. There you can see, right through the see-through oil and new plugs. And it turns out the last owner had already left a new set of plugs. So there's another set of plugs left. And that's the wax oil treatment, hence why it's all so solid. Unfortunately, the last owner in the house move lost the service history. That's the only negative you could say about this, but better to buy one that's proper and nice and being serviced than lots of nice service history that's got lots of problems. This has got no problems. 2 sets of keys for everything. We've got a full file, we've got the instruction book, we've got the logbook, and I think it's only had 4 keepers. So the last owner, Mr. Irons, I bought it off. He's emigrated to Cyprus. And 4 keepers in 20 years, I think is quite reasonable. was MOT'd on June the 23rd. There's all the last MOT mileages. No advisories underneath, it's rock solid. We've got plenty of old MOTs. We've got all the instructions for all the interior bits and bobs. And we've got a full printout by Vosa showing all the past MOTs and all the past MOT. We've got one at 46,000 in 46 and 2007. And then 49,000, 52,000. So we're going all the way back down to 46,000 miles. 54,000 miles. And virtually everyone has no advisory. Oh, we have one in 2013, near side rear tyre getting low and near side tyre wearing on outer edge. So they've obviously put a new tyre on. That's all good now. We've got a customer copy of a service there at 55,000. We've got an invoice to fit Highlander, so it's fitted with semi-air suspension to rear axle. Don't know what semi-air suspension. I believe that's a air suspension that you do not touch. There's no alteration with it. You just leave it as is. Yep. More invoice for the air. And there's a habitation check. And there's the price for that tyre. There's the air suspension, so that's fitted. There's no dials to do, no worrying about it. There we have it. Beautiful 93 Autohomes Peugeot Talbot 5-sleeper motorhome. It's actually taxed till the end of July next year, but the new rule states that as soon as a new owner puts their name on the logbook, the refund must and compulsorily go to be sent off to the last owner. So at least I can drive it to you legally. You can drive it around for a couple of weeks, perhaps to the end of the month to suit you, because you're legally allowed to drive a vehicle that you've just bought for 2 weeks. And then you can tax it at the end of the month to suit yourself. An MOT till next year. So it's just been serviced, it's just had a new battery, it's got a DVD player, an inverter, there's even a safety cash box inside and a Fioma awning, and everything works as it should. I'm more than happy to deliver anywhere around the country. All I ask is that you give me a lift to the nearest station after you've seen it, I've demonstrated it and you're happy with your purchase. I can't be any further than that.